Hmm. This should actually go really well for me. Gooders! I have not moved yet, Gooders. Me not streaming has been more due to extenuating circumstances. Like I lost power on what was it, Wednesday? Um, and then I think I didn't stream on Tuesday because I just had a really rough day. Yeah. We had a guy, I didn't talk about it on stream yet, I don't think. But we had a guy who I maybe blew it a little out of proportion, but a guy said he was a customer, an angry customer, said he was going to bring a gun. So I reported it, and it caused me a lot of stress. Nope, not up in the air. We are going. I've got a date. So my last stream on camera is going to be Monday. Um, yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to make a joke. It just wasn't funny. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it anymore. But yeah, that was a hard day on me. And I was basically like, yeah, it had me on edge the whole day because I kept looking for that guy's vehicle to pull up so I could tell management like, hey, he came back. So it's not funny. I agree. But yeah, my last stream is going to be my last stream on camera will be Monday. Tuesday, they pick up all our stuff. All this equipment, like this is important for me. I don't want to trust that to some movers. So I'll be transporting this myself. However, this green screen is quite large. It'll fit in my wife's truck, but I would rather save my wife's truck for some things of more significance, of importance. So we're gonna have the movers take the green screen and the chair I'm sitting in. So I'll be using like a folding chair to consume entertainment and play video games. But it's basically going to be like a mini vacation for my content, essentially. And then when we get to my destination, we just have to wait for the green screen. Well, even if the green screen doesn't show up, I can angle the computer towards a wall. So I should, theoretically, as soon as I have internet, be able to start making content again. Because I'm going to have my own space. Like, I'm in the living room right now. You guys don't ever get to see it that much. But, like, you know, that's the kitchen. That's the dinner table. The kitchen's right off camera. Sorry. So we will, I'll have my own space for a change, which will help me, I think, make content better. Potentially recording content when my family's up and about and they're not just off camera making noise. Did he get scared and run in there? What's he doing? Just hanging out in the kennel? He's on my bed? Okay. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? But I'm excited. I've got a few collabs lined up for when I get back, which is important to me. I'm also gonna try and make others happen. I was hoping to get some others done before I moved, but certainly not enough time now. So, but I'm gonna make content again. Like I'm not really I'm making content here and there, but um, I'm a little bit of a writer's block right now, so I don't really know what to make content on, what to say regarding raid. You know, that's like these times collabs are really, really handy, right? Oh, this is not the team I want to be running for this. He's not going to do enough damage. Yeah. Collabs are really, really handy during times like these because it can help fill that content drought. What am I up to on stream tonight? I am going to be doing a mini takeover. One of my clan members, their Unkillable team is not working, and I'm going to try and see if I can figure out why. I'm just trying to get some dailies and stuff completed before I get started on that. Yeah, it's a mini one. They're not going to be in chat. They're asleep already. I think they're European, but the main thing that I'm going to look at, I'm just going to try and record it for them to say, oh, okay, this is what's going on, to see if I can fix the problem. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be something very obvious, but we can do some testing on it and see. Once this is done, I just want to get my oh god, Doom Tower out of the way. Once Doom Tower is out of the way, then I'll go log on to their account. Maybe if you were free to play, you'd have a nuke. Nah. The true secrets of free to play are revealed. Two wall masters and a Charisma. You've got me there, sir. That was better. That's weird. I think his accuracy might be too low. Okay, no, that was better. Alright, I am going to... Nope, not that. There we go. I'm going to log off both accounts and not use RSL Helper to get onto their account. Because I'm going to need to be able to crash the program. Let me get their information here. Hell yeah. Regular arena, live arena? I'm about to crack down on that in my clan. I'm a little disappointed. We have a lot of people who are not. Well, okay, I'm gonna wait until after the holidays to crack down on it. But even one of my own officers isn't rank 5 in arena. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's why speed teams are so important. Not even. Oops, I didn't mean to collect stuff. I forgot I'm not on my account here. Okay. Um, not even like speed teams are so important because you can just blow through your arena wins very quickly if you build some go first teams. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's take a look at the team that they're trying to do. All right, so it's a Deacon Demitha team. Dang. Okay. So I can already tell exactly what's going wrong here. Maybe they're using a different one. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. These speeds are all wrong. What are they doing? I don't understand. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So I don't think they realize what they're using. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they're built way too fast. All right, I'm gonna record here. Oh shoot, I'm sorry guys. I'm not sharing. I'm not showing you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 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 All right. Uh, just a reminder, guys. Exclamation point record. Um, if people come in asking me directly any questions, but I've basically figured out the problem. Um, yeah, I've figured out the exact problem. Because they're doing true speeds without an aura. And so they're using Deacon's aura, and so they're way too fast. So they actually need to reduce their speeds. All right. So this is not going to be a recording for YouTube. This is just a private recording. This is a member of my clan, just a little mini takeover for them. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm simply going to tell them this is what you're doing. Fix it. All right. Hey, what's up, Jinx? So, oh, wait, can you get in chat? All right. Either way, I'm gonna start recording. They messaged me, so I thought they were asleep, but they're awake at the moment. So we're gonna go over this really, really quickly here. All right. We're gonna drag and drop this over. So this is the team that they're using, the Ultimate Myth Air with a 3-1 DPS. So the speeds they need to hit are here. However, this is why you read the subtext. So if you look down, all speed listeds are true speeds. Speeds listed exclude any speed auras. Speed auras can be used to lower the build speeds. Use the calculator to check speeds and take into account any area bonuses your account may have. Make sure to prioritize all the skills in the team setup. That is why the team is failing, because they have their Demitha at 307 speed, but they're using Deacon's aura. So right there, plain and simple, we can see this is a problem, right? This is a real problem. Now they could take out the aura, swap in a different aura. Probably going to be good to go. Pretty easy. All the speeds, yeah, you're hitting all the speeds required. The other thing, I would honestly recommend dropping the speeds down and using the aura so that you can get more potential damage out of your builds, right? Because I'm willing to bet Seeker is probably. Oh, wow, okay. I like it a lot. I really do. Solid, solid, solid. As soon as I saw crit damage gloves, I was like, oh, nice. Yeah, we've got some hitting here. You know, low attack, like, but you could get a little bit more attack if you drop some speeds down and such from the builds. To myth, let's see, Eris, Intoxic, yeah, yeah. Really? Oh, two toxics. Okay, very nice. Um, you can go back to ninja as well, which would be my recommendation. If you can, so he's 215 speed. What are they asking for? They're asking for the DPS 275 to 277. Interesting how they do the DPS speed without the aura reduction. I wonder why that is. Oh, because it's ninja. This is a recommended, I think, one for ninja. At 275 speed, I believe. It's a 3-1 DPS. Um Oh, but you'd have to put in a Force Affinity DPS. So I would just go to say I just wouldn't use ninja. But yeah, that's it's pretty obvious. I'd say what's going on here. Um, you just have to adjust your speeds or take out Deacon as the aura. Maybe use um Geomancer. And I say that because if you use Geomancer, he'll be your stun target over Eris. So would be reasonable. Yeah, that should be a good fix for you. Hopefully that helps you out. You just got to make sure you're paying attention to the subtext. You know, it could be very confusing if you're just trying to hit these minimum speeds and then you aren't bouncing it off of the stuff down here. And if you also hit go to calculator, it might log me in here, so I might have to black my screen out real quick again. All right. We're not going to log in because it's oddly asking. Yeah, I don't like the way it's asking for my information there. But yeah, you can see there's a ninja calculator, there's an ultra nightmare brutal calculator, and then one for Jintoro. So I'm gonna stop the recording here. Well, you did ask me. What you asked me to look at something else. You said, "Can you also give me a few tips to improve my account if the team gets fixed quickly?" The team will get fixed quickly. Looking for ways to improve the account. Let's see what we're working with. I don't know enough about Lazarius, so I won't comment too much there. I'm impressed. I'm impressed at the attack boots and still getting 215 speed. You have my respect, sir. And pretty high attack, too. And high accuracy. This is a really good build. The only downside is you don't have any ignored defense in the build, which I would recommend for Thor if you can make it happen. It improves your damage output significantly for any champion if you're able to get them in any type of ignored defense, whether it's lethal or anything like that. Yeah, fixing that clan boss team will be a big boost for you. Doom Tower. So I don't know if you. Okay, looks like you're struggling on Bommel. Um, I don't know what your build on your Godseeker is. You don't have a build on Godseeker, but Godseeker is a possibility in there too. Oh, you have Lady Annabelle. Um, yeah, you could probably do it on hard with that Lady Annabelle. Let me look at her build. Don't do defense gauntlets. So, what you're looking for on your Lady Annabelle is high HP. High HP. The reason you do that is this is a percentage, right? So she's healing by 15% of HP each turn, right? Defense is mitigation. However, bombs ignore all defense. So having the defense gloves doesn't do anything for you. You want her to have as much HP as possible. Somewhere in like the 90 to 100k range, which I do think you can hit on your account. I would definitely go for an HP banner or amulet. There you go, right there, right? It's only a 5-star, but still better. And then HP, highest possible HP ring that you can get. Um, if you can get, looks like, yeah, like this actually, use this stone skin banner because it gives you, it's an HP, sorry, amulet, and you get 8% extra HP. So one piece stone skin would be really good down here in the accessories. Really increase the HP of this champion. Now, my recommendation, you actually don't have to get masteries on her. What you can do is just pair her with your son Wukong, who will just keep reviving himself and kill the boss by it for you. So previously you needed to get um masteries to get War Master, and it would take Lady Annabelle like 10 minutes to kill Bommel by herself. Now you can just do it with Wukong on the team, and he'll just keep coming back to life and doing the damage that he does. So that's my recommendation for how to get past the Bommel. It's pretty easy. Once you have Lady Annabelle and Wukong, you just gotta beef up that Lady Annabelle quite a bit. That's really gonna help you because the more you can progress through here, if you can start doing Dark Fae at a high enough difficulty to start getting lethal resources. I don't know what your gear looks like for lethal, but it's going to give you a much easier time. If I did equipped. So you don't have a single piece of lethal on the account. Lethal is going to make it easier for you to hit that ignore defense stuff, right? Because Savage, it does the same amount of ignore defense as Savage, but gives you that extra crit rate to so you can get the damage that you need and while also getting that ignore defense, which will be very, very handy for you. I would recommend heavily considering maybe not 9-piece. You probably can't do it. You're close. You're very close. All you need is a banner. 9-piece protection on Lady Mikage is going to be really, really good for you. First, you'd be surprised how much speed that ends up being. But second, she gives a lot of buffs, right? And she's going to improve the damage output of your roster. Whoever is paired up with her is going to do more damage because she's going to boost their damage with 9-piece protection. I absolutely love Lady Mikage in 9-piece protection wherever possible. So if you can pull that off, you may need to wait until you get the right accessories to do it. But keep in mind, her accuracy does not need to be very high because She ignores resistance once you get her booked out a little more. She'll start ignoring resistance for you. And that's going to make it really easy so you don't have to run high levels of accuracy because she's just cutting through a big chunk of their resistance. So, I would also say that with your roster, unkillable teams are great. I would continue that route since you have all of the pieces. I will say though that you probably have a killable team on this roster. If you build the speed higher on your Lady Mikage, um, if you can get that 9-piece protection, so something that I would consider would be like Mikage, Ultimate Death Knight, Ninja. Where was he? I know you had him. Geomancer. And then probably someone who would bring Weaken as well. My brain is not working. There we go. Oh, I forgot he brings Weaken. Yeah. All right, what did I say? Hold on, let me go back because I may have already named too many people. So Mikage, Ninja, Ultimate Death Knight, Geomancer, and maybe like a more... Well, I mean, you could even just do... Probably Rathalos. Not knowing his build. Ninja's got a good build. I was thinking originally Martyr, because you'd get the extra damage out of the counterattacks too, and an extra chance at the decrease attack. But she's not built. Maybe Deacon for an aura. Or Valkyrie. Valkyrie would be really, really good too. But Valkyrie's role is pretty similar to the role that Martyr is filling in my theoretical team. Should probably just do Kymar. Or maybe Vizix. Mithrala would be a good option. Potentially. So basically what I'm pitching here, and you could even do, in fact, Lysandra probably would be the best. Lysandra as the lead. Get that extra, you get that increased speed on the whole team. Ally attacks from Mikage. And is this speed and turn meter? Yeah. Yeah, so I would probably do something like do they... Yeah, because I think the healing from UDK would be fine. It's not much. I would test it and see how well it works. But my idea basically is that you have decreased attack on the boss. You have the damage reduction of Geomancer. You have big shields from a UDK. You'd have to build your UDK probably faster than this. So if you didn't want to do UDK, you could do actually probably more efficiently with Valkyrie. a reasonably sped high defense Valkyrie that gives you a big shield and counterattack. And you're going to get a bunch of hits in from your ninja. That's going to ramp up his damage quite a bit. And then you're getting extra hits from Mikage and the ally attacks from Mikage. Yeah, like killable teams are pretty doable. I think people shy away from them. I think that could, with the right gear, I think it could be a 1 key. Could you also take a look at my Hydra team? How can I improve it? Yeah, did you already run the team? Let's take a look. By the way, if you have an unkillable team, just build the unkillable. You already built them. You just gotta change the aura. But, okay, so you did use your keys. What are we looking at? Alright, so we did hard. Alright, so watch out for this trap. So you fell into... Oh, okay, no, never mind. You did good. You did good, kid. I would say that this team should be a normal team. Don't waste this team on hard. Get yourself max chest as opposed to getting barely a chest, right? The adept chest is this one right here. So you can get one better than the adept chest if you do normal. But your hard team looks, or your brutal team looks really, really good. That's good damage in brutal. 117 million. Everything about this team looks great. You have your Hex. You have Mikage and Ninja. They work great together. You have your Ugo. You've got your decreased speed, heavy damage dealer as well. Really, really good team. I can't remember if Lazarius has a revive or not, so it might be a little high risk, but I like this team a lot. Again, to improve that team, 9-piece protection on that Lady Mikage, when you can do it, will be very, very good. Likewise, if you're looking for weight, like this is probably the best team on your roster. I can't think of a better team that you could use. Do you not run a provoke? Wait, okay. I would do a little research on Lazarius. I don't use him. I don't have him rather. How can he affect? But he's bringing block buffs. So Ugo's usefulness in this team is down, right? You're doubling up on block buffs. Yeah, it's on a 4-turn cooldown, so maybe you book him out before you start bringing him. But what's hers on? A 3-turn, yeah. So it's redundant to have 2 block buffs and no provoker. And I understand that you don't currently possess a 100% provoker, it would seem. If I do a debuff here and we do provoke. I think Contra is pretty reasonable as a provoke. It's not the most consistent. At 75%. But hopefully. And I mean, here's your block buffs too. I mean, this is every debuff that you would ever need. I wish this was more consistent, of course, but you don't currently have anything better. And I think running a 75% chance provoker is better than not running a provoker. Which is what you're currently doing. So I would probably run a provoker. I mean, you're getting away with it, right? You're doing brutal. You're doing 117 million. That's great clash points. You know, very very good clash points. So you're getting away with it. Um, you just check the builds too on Ugo and Relentless. I like that. I would recommend if you can get her in Affinity Breaker. Um, or high end would be like Feral, but that's probably not anytime soon. Um, yeah, I was saying Laz, you would keep. I didn't finish my thought. I'm a little out of it, but I would keep Laz as your block buffs, not use Ugo. Um, again, Contra, if you had it, which it doesn't look like you do, but if you had, um, really really effective in I just said the set, and now I can't remember it, but um, Feral set, in my opinion. I might be wrong about that. Never had her, never ran her, but to me, I could see value from it because she places a lot of debuffs. But you don't need Affinity Breaker on Contra because she places debuffs on weak hits. So um, I know other. I've never ran her myself. I don't have her on either of my account. I know other content creators have their opinions on her, and they wish she was more consistent. But I don't know about what her consistency actually is or is not. I will just say that you don't have a provoker at all. Um, and I would count on it more than like a 50% A1, for instance, right? Um, and, you know, here we've got not even booked, so it's still a 4 turn. That's not going to cut it. Um, here's this is booked down to a 4 turn. So it's a 1 turn provoke on a 4 turn. At least that's how I read that. That's not going to be enough. So, um, you know, that or the provoke set could potentially. Yeah, I think they have Reviver because Laz is a Reviver. Um, I did see they had Physics as an option and booked, so I do like this a little bit. I'm just really not high on 1 turn provokes on 3 turn cooldowns, but if you have the team built around it, it can be worthwhile, right? If you are bringing a, you know, if you're bringing a way to speed your team up and get that done. So maybe even consider Lysandra for some increased speed, perhaps. Um, but you have the right ideas. I think you're doing a great job on your account. You have all the right ideas. Your team was built perfectly for Unkillable. You just made them too fast because you misread the requirements for it. So simple. Um, but yeah, I like your team, and the fact that you're doing this much on brutal is very 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 good. Just flat out good. And there's plenty of room for improvement. Like Ugo's redundant. You take out Ugo, you put in Contra. Now you have mitigation, so you're not losing all of your buffs all the time, and you can move forward and hopefully get some better performance. But I would test it out, right? See how it goes. Maybe you find that you don't get the same performance if you take out Ugo, but you should because Lazarius is your block buffs champion. So, um, and Contra would bring that. I think she had decreased defense on that long list of abilities that she had. No decreased defense, which might hurt. But you'll actually kind of get it out of Ninja a little bit. So I really wouldn't worry as much about it and focus on trying to mitigate as many of the mechanics in the fight as you can. So Contra, you could even do physics if you don't want to do Contra. But I think Contra is a slightly better option. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do the standard. Always got to do that when I take over for somebody in the clan. It filters poop. All right, Jinx, if you're still in the chat, anything else you want me to look at before I log off? All right, I'm going to take silence as a no. Stop recording. I'll send you remind me to send you a copy of that. I'll upload it to YouTube and send you a copy of it. Now I don't know what I want to do the rest of my time tonight. All right, I'm off your account now. You can hop back on whenever is convenient for you. Where were you last night, Skydoodle, while I rebuilt my Hydra team? Hmm? You missed out on all the fun, Skydoodle. You were sleeping? How dare you? All right, while this loads, I'm going to go grab a drink. I will be right back, yo. Where are we putting that, by the way? Just downstairs?
This?
The bike.
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to put it in the guest room or... Or what? Well, so we built my team. Let me... log into the free-to-play. So I finally took some advice of yours. So we tried a few different things last night for Hydra. So I finally paired up Harima and Lady Mikage. I put Padrig in specifically for increased defense on Harima. I did not have a better option. We looked very heavily, plus the increased speed made a huge difference to the team. So this combination worked very, very well, except no revive. So I had to be very careful and selective with my choice of abilities. But we did well. I would prefer, and we kind of came to this conclusion about using Ninja instead with the Mikage. However, my Ninja is very, very, very poorly built and would need to be improved drastically. So that is why we did not go with the Ninja. Okay. What's up, Sammy? How you doing? We could try and do my brutal team. So I leave myself open with Duchess, which is good. No, you misunderstand. Like, my ninja, it's not that his build is not, like, we improved the build to get to this point and tested it, and the damage was less. Because I lost the increased speed and the turn meter fill from Padric. I suppose I could just continue to use Padric, but my whole thing is if I was going to bring Ninja and I don't need Padric, so I brought Duchess instead. But maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I bring Ninja and I just keep Padric. Because I did. I looked at your team. Not having the Feral sucks. Did I try? You're just throwing out names. I don't understand what you're saying. I could perhaps go with Estrid too. Because I know she can smack, or even go, obviously, Lydia to smack as well. Get that increased speed. No turn meter, though, but you get the increased speed, which would be good. The strengthen helps with the fact that it doesn't have... help me with survivability because I don't have a reviver. Yeah, I kind of like that. That might be the play. I disagree with the Wukong assessment, but especially since I'm running fast and loose without a reviver, I would much rather have Ugo for the emergency healing. Because there were a few times where I got low and Ugo was able to heal the team. All right. But still, I was very happy with the performance of the team. We did run it with Ninja. But again, we used Lydia. Or sorry, not Lydia. We used Duchess. And Duchess wasn't bringing enough to the table. So that's why I went back to Padrig. Harima team. And this worked really, really well. Buddy. Listen. We were running tests last night. You weren't there. Yes, she heals just fine. I don't have a decreased attack. All right. The head that explode would almost one-shot my team. Archer can heal fine, but don't forget about decreased healing reduction. I actually had a team fail in my test runs. I had to be very, very careful because I didn't have the reviver. So I understand where you're coming from, but you're not understanding where I'm coming from and the testing that I did, the extensive testing that we were doing. Feel free to go watch the VOD. Yeah, the Harima death sucked last night, but we were close to the end anyways. I maybe lost 20 million damage from her dying early. So we're still nowhere near as high as we would like to be, right? Because we want to be competitive with the rest of the clan up at the top of Nightmare. So 250 was my goal for this team, but, you know, I'd like to be up around the 300, 400 million. Obviously, I don't have a lot of the Void champions that they have here. Wait, how's he getting... Oh, Gizmak. Wow. I didn't realize Othorian hit that hard. I understand why he would. But 222 million. That's really good. And using Inquisitor, which kind of blows my mind a little bit. Mm. Okay. I was like, I didn't get it at first, but now I do. Yeah. Wait, should I have a Chrysia and 9-piece Slayer then? I would love to see the damage of Iasu. I didn't realize his A1 was all enemies. That's why. Okay. And this is technically a 2-turn cooldown because of the extra turn mechanic. Yeah. Close, but not quite. I don't want to take those off. Maybe I get a lucky extra roll here. Jinx. So you're doing Geo as the lead, right? Sorry, you gave me the link. I don't know why I'm looking it up. I would put it into the calculator. Are you also make sure that you're doing the skill setup too? Right? You need Demitha and everybody doing their right abilities according to the preset. There's no reason why HP would be a failure point for an unkillable team. You don't take any damage. Is it spirit right now? But that it shouldn't matter. The stun is going to the right target. The Eris is what makes this affinity friendly. So Eris can cleanse off the decreased speed, so it's a non-factor. Yeah, see, like Skydoodle runs a team, and it is a 2-key, but Skydoodle runs a team kind of what I was talking about, where you can have a killable team. And I think if you were to use the one I suggested, which was Ninja, Mikage, and Geomancer to reduce the damage, Ultimate Death Knight or Valkyrie would be better. But she doesn't bring decreased attack, so you would want to bring a decreased attack. No, I understand, Loriander, but they said the stun target was where it was supposed to be, which is why I didn't feel like it was an HP problem. All right, let's go back to trying to fix my Acrizia here. So I'm looking for a chest with crit rate, crit damage, and speed. And we're going to look for high crit rate. I would prefer better than a resistance chest, though. Check equipped here. Yeah, if I take out the speed requirement, then we start to get much better stuff, but I really want that. You know, the whole point is to try and get more speed, and it doesn't really seem like we have that option. Yeah, I love killable teams. I think that they are very doable in today's game when you consider um I think they're doable in today's game when you consider the stat bloat that we have, right? So we have such high stats um capability in the game now. All right. I do really like that refresh accessory though, I'm not going to lie. I think it's really, really hard for me to get away from that refresh accessory. I'm looking to see if I can get additional crit damage out of a 2-piece Slayer, is what I'm looking to do here. And I don't think it's going to happen because these have already been reworked. Well, this one hasn't, but I don't care about a 5-star one. I think I would be because this did roll a 6 crit damage. So let me think on this a second here. We might be able to get a Slayer piece up here. Also check equipped real quick. All right, yeah, so no crit damage Slayer there. You're good, Loriander. I didn't mean to be this too sensitive. It's been a long day. Um. Oh, you're telling me, Icky? Yeah. I like freehanding it sometimes because you can come up. The big thing that the optimizer doesn't take into consideration is like if this piece wasn't leveled, they wouldn't consider it, right? But you just saw how much speed I end up getting from that piece because um because of the double speed roll on it. And then the added crit rate is going to give me more viability in these chests. So if I was to run this, right, that gets me a big chunk more crit damage. But let's take a look first at gear options here. We're going to look and see if there's anything in the Slayer set that might be viable, kind of in the boots range. That's far too much crit rate loss. Those are attack boots. Those are HP boots. So, not really anything viable there or on the chest. Because we lose 9. And I can't make up any more on any other boots. So, But we can look at our relentless gear. Crit rate, crit damage, speed. So where's our relentless? Wait, there's nothing? That's a speed loss? How? That's a possibility. We can hold on to that. And that. I don't want to mess with her gear either because I do use her in content. And I really like her build right now. So we're not going to fiddle with her stuff. Now if we go back to boots. Hmm. It's really annoying that on the whole account, these are the only boots that have crit rate and crit damage. These are interesting. We do that. And then... Yeah. There's a chance we get lucky with the... Wait, no, this is just way too low, right? Yeah. No real shot at getting what I'm looking for. Yeah, if I had better Slayer gear... that wasn't tied to a essential character. Because there's a really viable 3-piece Slayer here that would give me a lot more speed. I don't think it's worth it at all. Because yeah, we have unbuffed speed, but unenchanted speed, I should say. But I don't think that that's gonna make or break us right now. Yeah, but she already doesn't do max damage unless they're dead. So getting more crit damage would be really good for me. By the way, I want your guys' thoughts on this real quick. So here's the thing. This is really good. I can afford it, but I want to save it for Harima.
Penny, stop.
He does gain accuracy from it. So his accuracy is really low on this account. He gains accuracy from that blessing improvement. 60 extra accuracy, and I would take him down to be taking him down to brutal as well. And he gains up to 15% damage. It's tempting. I'm thinking the same. Thinking of going with Harima. Oh, did he finally leave? No, he's here. Oh, that's actually better than I went. That's better than I thought. That's viable. I don't use Demitha anywhere else. If all I'm looking to do is get more speed. That's not bad either, though. So 11 or 9 more speed. And then I'm such a stickler about boots, man. Get out of here. Like, I don't want to give up the crit potential for more crit damage, though. Not touching those. If these ascend speed, then there's a chance, but they don't. I mean, these are kind of viable, but I'm losing speed if I do that. Unless I can get these to re-roll, which I'm not gonna. She actually has some of the fastest, highest crit rate boots. Hey, what's going on, Brad? No, I already did the Unkillable team. Right now, I'm just trying to find... a chest piece that brings more damage. Or more speed, rather. I just don't know that that upgrade is as worth it. I think it kind of just comes down to my Relentless gear not being all that great. Nine-piece Merciless would be pretty interesting. It is crazy to me that even equipped, I don't have a lot of crit rate, crit damage, and speed Relentless gear. I'd have to make up a lot more crit rate if I did that. Speeds me up quite a bit, though. Yeah, short of stripping other characters. Actually, yeah, I don't really see a way forward if I want to stay with Relentless, and I think that's an important part of what I'm doing with her, if I'm being honest. I could use her as my aura lead. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? I know I'm being a little greedy with it, but how much better are the stats over sets package? It's worth testing. I mean, I probably have, like... Yeah, I mean, I just don't think there's really an avenue. I know that this is my main account and this roster is so much more stacked and all that stuff, right? But gear is still a problem on this. I do think I need to switch the banner though. Oh, did I already switch it? Am I crazy? I thought I had a banner that gave me way more speed. Was it just this one? Oh, it was equipped. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. I mean, that's a solid boost with no major impacts at all, right? I think the only thing that would be better is if I could find... One last thing I want to look at. Yeah, it only gains me 6. So I was gonna see if I did something like that. And if I could get those, Slayer boots to work. But not even close, yeah. I could probably... It's so tempting to take that, but... How did I reduce my speed? Because these are that much more speed. That's crazy. I don't have a single chest with crit rate in a speed set. Like just a regular old speed set. Do I not? Hey, Roadblock, new to the stream. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm just not paying attention. Hey, Roadblock, new to the stream. My son is in one of your clusters. I thought I'd check you out. I guess technically the militia is a cluster, or I don't. I mean, cool. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for checking me out. Can you check the chest on Alika? I think it might be a slight improvement. It was perception. Thank you. No, I lose too much crit rate. Yeah, sorry. Always looking for new ideas. I watch Jedi a lot in the Jedi Academy. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed your comment originally. Um, now you can see like she's got some of my highest crit rate you know, technically this Magnar piece has more crit rate, but it's only 5-star and it's one up. I don't really see a reason to go with that one. Um, the chess piece from Shamael is interesting, but it's only 3 crit rate, and I don't think that that's gonna make a difference really. Don't want to touch Harima. This piece is very, very interesting. It gives me 6 crit rate wiggle room, but I don't know that I get enough out of switching out other pieces. Because really, we want crit rate, crit damage, and speed there. So if we go back to fitting room and try this on, and then do crit rate, crit damage, speed. And now go back to filters. We had these 2 pieces, right? We were saying we would get some speed out of them. We're not getting enough crit rate out of them. We're dropping huge crit rate there. You could say, all right, well then what about just crit rate and speed? Let's say we take this up to 12. I didn't realize I still had this one tried on. So now we're 221 speed, 104 crit rate, 280 crit damage. So we did lose a reasonable amount of crit damage. But we've got speed now on every piece. And if we take these to 16, maybe we get some crit damage, right? We got attack. And defense. So my recent best pull was Odin and his 5-star soul, 30 minutes apart. Nice. Congrats on the 5-star soul. I do have Odin on my free to play. It got back to me a day later over a question. Yeah, I've definitely done that before. Acrizia is one of your favorites. What do you think about Salad Man for the new boss? I haven't looked at the new boss yet. So quick background. I am in the getting ready to move. Like my stuff gets picked up in 3 days. The movers move all my stuff in 3 days. So I've got bigger priorities, unfortunately, right now. By the way, guys, real quick, my last stream for like a 2-3 week period. I don't know when I'm going to be up and running at the new location. My last stream is going to be Monday. My stuff gets picked up on Tuesday. So Monday is my last stream. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm not streaming on Sunday. We'll do like a going away stream on Monday, and I'm just not going to make content. I mean, I could, right? But I think it's the better thing for me and my family is to say, hey, let's not make content during this time and put added stress and pressure on an already pressure-filled, stressful situation. I mean, I'm gonna get a 4 here. Yeah. I'm not taking no for an answer. What I really like about this too is I'm not inconveniencing anybody else. Like I'm not only gear I'm taking off is Roshguard's gear, which doesn't matter at all. Um, is there room for me to play around with that 4% crit rate? Or am I being too greedy there?
That's not bad.
So if we go boots. Let me take filters off. I know I'm trying to force feed these boots in. So they had no crit rate on them. I don't think I don't think I can force feed these in. Yeah. Not with 0 crit rate. That's just too bad. I do agree with this though. And everything is this game infuriates the hell out of me, man. Oh, I hate it so much. All right. I have what, 4 room? Yeah. Some of these can be rolled though. I don't really want to roll an attack chest though. Let's filter it just a little bit more. And see if there's not any of these that haven't been rolled that could potentially make the cut. No, it doesn't improve it good enough. Even if that one rolls crit rate. I'm basically looking for a triple crit rate. Yeah. Life first, brother? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Or save as a preset to test it. Do you do coaching sessions or look at accounts for people? I do account takeovers. Um, in fact, if somebody can, just because I'm being very lazy right now, do exclamation takeover. But takeovers are on hold until after I'm done moving, so I don't think I'd be able to do one anytime soon. There's a chance with this one, but I think I have to go all the way to 16 with it. No, so now there's no point. So I think even if I hit again, that doesn't go up nearly high enough. So yeah. I don't think there's really any wiggle room. Unless I strip gear off of better champions right now. Which I don't want to do. But I'm not mad at it. I mean, that is a big 225 speed. That's a big boost for a little bit of crit damage, I guess. And she can still get the 4-star crit damage. When that time comes, of course, right? 38% more crit damage. If I can get her the 4-star blessing. So, I'm not mad at the build. It could be better, but my relentless gear on this account is kind of ass. We actually did an account takeover for a clan member a little earlier. Yeah, I remember to glyph it. All of the speed is glyphed. We just don't have any speed on the chest. And then the boots are not bad. If I really wanted to min-max a little bit here, so like if I did this,
I don't think this is random. They've got a plan.
I have more wiggle room now. For only a little bit of speed, and I might even be able.
Let's keep looking around.
Oh, they're attack boots. Never mind. I got so excited for a second. That's too low. I really like the cooldown reduction, though. I think I'm better off keeping that. Yeah. It's not, none of it's worth it. Everything I'm looking at, none of it's worth it. Eight-piece Merciless. I feel like eight-piece Merciless isn't worth it though. I have the same problem on Rhodos, right? Um, I don't think eight-piece Merciless is worth it because, yes, there's a little bit of extra crit damage in there, but it's a slightly less, like a slightly worse off build in most cases. You know what I mean? I forget what convinced me to run this, by the way. Um, can we see your champions when you have a moment? Yeah. There's my roster. Feel free to take a look while I read the other chat. Hey, Roadblock, is Smite good for Wukong? It depends on where you're using him, Vager. So, if you're using him in, like, Clan Boss, sure. Pretty good. If you're using him in Arena, not so good. I don't recommend it. Hey, Jesse, thank you for the follow. Hey, Flakes, how's it going? How's your evening going? Yeah, so on the free to play, early on the free to play. So this is the free to play account. I'll go back to the other one. I know you guys wanted to see the roster, but for PvP, I'm using Soul Reap. At 6 stars, 6-star Ascension, I would change that to... Oh, it's a... Sorry, I forgot. I'm looking in the wrong one. Crushing Rend. But only 6 stars. Yeah, give me 1 second, Jesse. Let me respond to some questions here. So the main account, this account, my free-to-play has been going for a little over a year. I hit a year in September. My main account, I've been playing since the Deliana login legendary. Like, I got sponsored to play the game during Deliana, and I've been hooked ever since. So, I never 6-starred her either. Sorry. Uh, Jesse, you said, do you mind if I pick your brain for a minute? What you got, Jesse? Just pulled Cardiel recently. Had to take off his glove, but... Yeah, I never built Deliana because resources were so slim at the start. I didn't think it was a worthwhile investment, and I stand by that. I think she's a fine champion, but when I was just starting out and I didn't have the resources to book and master and do all those things, my starter champion was Elhain, and so I just chose to. I was better off going with Elhain back then. Just fine and dandy champion. Yeah, that's how I feel about her. I think she's fine. I think I think she was a good login legendary. I bet you she put in a lot of work. If I knew more about Leech back then, I probably would have put more resources into her. Um, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Hit the like, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. How important is ignore defense for damage? Use Thor. I would like to know if I should make his stats better or use Savage Set. All right, let me answer Flake's question real quick, Jesse, and then I'll answer yours. So, ignore defense is very important. I don't have an example to show right now, but my Wukong, when I swapped him over to this Savage set, before I did that, I needed 2 nukers on my arena team to be effective. So my old school arena team, in fact, I bet you they're still saved in here. Yeah, this is it right here. So this was the old arena team, okay? So I had to have my Kale and my Wukong in order to do enough damage to wipe a team in a go first setting. But now, in a go first setting, let me run my actual team. So Thor is my current preferred nuker, as you can see here. But this is a go first team. We'll see if I win the speed battle here or not. Oh, this isn't even the right team. And I lost the speed battle, but it doesn't matter. Because they're... Watch out for that. If you're building a speed team, you got to watch out for that. So this guy should have won this battle, hands down. The problem is his Trunda was too slow. And his Kaimar, arguably, as well. He's still going to end up winning. Yeah. That's not the right team, which is why that happened. I'll make a better example here. So this is my good team. And you'll see that because of the aura from... We actually win now because of the aura there. There we go. But it makes a huge difference. You have to be careful. You don't want to go too crazy. Like, you don't want to go... Like, for example, I didn't have good enough gear for my Georgid, right? So Georgid is in this Savage, right? But he's not good enough. Look at how low his attack is. And look at his crit damage. Only 211 crit damage. And that's because I need this really high crit rate gloves to make this whole setup work. So we are really hurting in this build for the appropriate stuff, you know, the appropriate stat level. So you don't want to sacrifice too many stats. I'm at 5,600 attack, a little slow, 190 speed, but I, you know, good crit rate, good crit damage with a 4-star blessing on the Wukong. Thor is much better built. 209 speed, much better speed, not the best, but faster. Good accuracy, 104 crit rate, 264 crit damage, almost 6,000 attack. Well, not almost, a little further than that, but you know. So he's 5,600 and Thor 5,700. So, and we have a lot of room for improvement here, right? We don't have the crit damage roll here. We don't have the crit damage roll here. Just to make this build work, we had to use weaker crit damage Slayer gloves, and that's only to get to 99% crit damage instead of 100%. So there's room for improvement. There we go. So now we can upgrade that, and we have a much harder hitting. This one's a little harder to get, right? You're going to use way more Chaos Dust. I'm not prepared to use that much Chaos Dust. This is a little more reasonable to achieve. And I didn't even realize that this wasn't even enchanted. Come on. So I hope that answers your question. All right, let me go back up. I had a question from Jesse. Just pulled some shards. Got Kyoku, Taragi, and Demitha. Are these good for anything? First of all, not the best time to pull shards, Jesse, and I want to make sure that I'm upfront with you about that. Don't know if you're free to play. If you're pay to win, it's okay. It's a fine time. It's a totally okay time to pull, but I don't recommend pulling outside of a 2x if you are a somebody that is not able to just throw shards away willy-nilly. I don't know your account. Kyoku, I like a lot. She's a good ally protector if you need an ally protector. So is Taragi. Demitha can open up Unkillable for you in Clan Boss if you have the team to build around her. But you kind of have to have that team to build around her. So I think because you have Demitha, it kind of reduces the value of Kyoku and Taragi a little bit outside of Faction Wars, because you're going to need, because you can now build potentially, you can now build an Unkillable team. So having an ally protector team in Clan Boss is not as necessary. I always do go second teams for live arena, Sun and UDK and Elva. I'm high gold 3 in live. Yeah, I don't do a lot of live arena yet. When I get to my next location, I'll have a better schedule for doing live arena. Even with the change that they just made, it's still really hard for me to fit them in, because they made that change, but then the time zones flipped. So reset is an hour earlier. I get an extra hour, but it's an hour earlier, and that's when my daughter, is up and stuff. So I don't really focus on live arena right now. The game is super loaded with Chinese and Russian players with a lot of whale low/mid level accounts. Not familiar with any of that. Everybody I play with in the game is from an English speaking country at some level, but I mean, that's probably true because there's a lot of Chinese and Russian people that play games. That's good. I would say that's true for any game. I don't think it's necessarily that this game is flawed because of that. I certainly don't agree with that. I'm low spender, level 92. Jesse says that's good. Don't have a strong clan boss team, so Demitha will be great. Yeah, check this out. Let me show you. So there is this website, Deadwood Jedi. We were just using it earlier today in this very video. Oh, in fact, I already have it pulled up. Let me pull this up. Okay, so there's Demitha right there. But if you go to this, it's deadwoodjedi.com. You go to Speed Tunes and you go to Demitha. Okay. So now you have all of these different teams that you could potentially build. with Demitha in it. So like this is a budget Myth Air team, meaning Myth Eris. So Demitha, Eris, and two Painkeepers, and you have an Unkillable team. Um, Pretty easy one to build, right? Then you have the Myth Air alternate. Now this one uses Deacon Armstrong, Doom Screech. This is basically instead of Seeker, Eris, and Demitha. You have the ultimate Myth Air. This is the one that my clan member was using and is having trouble with. That's the one we were trying to fix today. Their speeds were a little out of whack. Myth Seeker, pretty basic one, but you have to have a block debuffer for that team to work. The one I like is Myth Fu. That's the one I ran for a very, very long time. This one's a little harder to achieve because you have to have a Fushan. But I ran this team for the majority of my account until I decided to go with a Wixwell killable team. You've got Myth Deacon here. These are really high speeds, which is one of the challenges for this particular one. You might have a challenge hitting that very early on. But yeah, these are the options you potentially have. Let me pull chat back up real quick. 1 second. Wonder if Deadwood Jedi will ever come back. I mean, I'm sure at some point, but I never saw why he left. I actually heard about it from chat, which is a sad thing. Um, I have those champions, High Katoon and Deacon. Yeah. So if you have Seeker is the best. Um, but Eris, you'll notice like Eris was in a lot of those teams, right? She's a rare. She's campaign farmable. So if you go into the Palace of Arabia, you can actually farm her in this dungeon. And the reason she makes it so good is her this ability right here is a cleanse and gives increased speed to your team. So she's a big part of what makes those teams work. So make sure you don't sleep on her when it comes to a lot of those. Now, not all of them use them. Like you had Demitha you had High Katoon and Deacon, but that one I already closed the window, so I can't pull it back up. But go to that website and look and see which ones that you can make work. But you might need to get a cleanser or a debuff or block debuffs for that team to work. So and don't forget you have the filter here, so you can do block debuffs and find out who you have on your roster that can make the team work for you. Yeah, Deacon is one of the best epics in the game. This free-to-play account, he was my first epic. So I started with Kale and Deacon and did a ton of content in the game just off of those two because he's so good. One of my favorite champions. But yeah, my free-to-play is pretty stacked. So this, like I said, this is a 1-year-old free-to-play. It turned 1 in September. We have finally got Lady Mikage recently. We did pull a newt, actually relatively early on. We fused our Mons. We managed to win the tournament for Odin. I pulled a Georgid. I pulled Theox. On the same 10 pull, I got Georgid and Turvold. I still haven't yet to build my ninja, but he's my next build, by the way. I'm building him next because I have Lady Mikage now. So he's going to be my next 6-star. Pulled Cupidus recently. I have Kyokyu. I think she's really good in Clan Boss in particular. You know, you get the ally protection. It's on a 4-turn, which I'm not a huge fan of. Because the ally protection is only 2 turns, and it's a 4-turn cooldown when booked. But she brings burns and other stuff to the table. And decrease attack, which is very big for Clan Boss. I wish she was more like Miscreated Monster. So his is a 4-turn cooldown as well, but it's a 3-turn. It lasts for 3 turns. And maybe I misread hers, but because I feel like hers should be better than that. Yeah, no, 4-turn cooldown when booked for a 2-turn ally protect. I'd like to see that be either a 3-turn cooldown with a 2-turn ally protect or a 3-turn ally protect on a 4-turn cooldown. But she brings a lot more to the table with the burns and the decreased attack. All right, guys, we got about 2 minutes left. I wanted to hard stop tonight at midnight. I just kind of want to. I'm glad I streamed. I almost didn't. I'm glad that I did, but I kind of want to go to bed at a reasonable time, relax a little bit. Maybe I have content I need to get out. But yeah, I used Venomage as well, Sean. Venomage was I pulled Venomage early on this account and used him. So I pulled Geomancer very early on the account and Venomage, and I used both of them for a very long period of time in Clan Boss. So my earliest Clan Boss team, I think, was something like Deacon, Geo, Veno, Kale, and an ally protector, I think, like Taragi or something along those lines. Because we got Taragi pretty early, too. But once Wixwell came out, that basically locked me into a perfect team. Oh, she gets an extra turn? Thank you, Nick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good point. Very good point. I did not know that. Oh, that's the other reason. My phone just told me the other reason. I have to go empty the dishwasher. I set an alert to remind me to empty the dishwasher. So I'm going to go get that done. I want to say thank you to everybody. So not last stream ever, but my last stream before my move will be on Monday. So please come hang out if you guys want to. Kind of be a little going away, say goodbye to everybody for the short term. As soon as I'm back up and running in the new location, I'm going to be back streaming. So, and honestly, I'm probably not going to have a job until January, so I might get a lot of content done in that short period of time. So, I don't know. You should do fusions, bud, because you said if you stopped after Python, you missed Armands and Newt. So at least those really good ones, right? You want to make sure you do those. Could I use Cryodan, the blue as a speed guy? Yes, you can. He's pretty good at that. All right. thank you all so much for watching tonight. Sorry to cut it short. I know we usually go a lot later. We went really late last night working on that Hydra team, so I'm going to make up for it tonight. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you all hopefully on Monday. If not, then I will see you guys when I come back. Check out the YouTube channel. Please stay subscribed. Bear with me during this difficult time. Once I'm moved, I'm not going anywhere for probably 3 years. So, hopefully that'll be the last time that I have to take such a large break. But I love you guys, and I will see you all on Monday. Take care. Oh, do we want to raid somebody? How many people are watching over on Twitch? Yeah. Let's raid. We haven't done a raid, but we got good numbers. Hey, if you're in the YouTube channel, head on over to the Twitch. I want to rate. We like rating people out here. Let's look at. Let's go to Twitch. We'll do Carnage. I haven't done Carnage in a minute. I do PJ a lot, so I also raid him. All right. All right, so head on over to the Twitch, guys, if you're on the YouTube, so you can be a part of this raid. Carnage is really funny. I like watching his content from time to time, so we'll throw him a raid. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you all. I will see you all on Monday.